I would have said, "Oh shit, we must have got our doors fucking blown off.
Yeah.
We must have got our doors fucking blown off." Not this time.
No.
Instead, you run for 218 yards on 39 carries, just dominate the game. And I think a part of it, too, was not only because they couldn't stop us, but obviously it was obvious early on in the game. We had said this because we were on the phone, obviously.
Yeah.
Shout outs to, I guess we were on the phone with Justice for one part and then with Mr. Turner for another. I don't really remember. I just remember I was getting tequilas over there at the book. Shout outs to the fine people at the Aria. But one of the things
we got to spin back on that.
Yeah, we'll get to the fight later and all that other good stuff. But like one thing that we did notice was that Mooney and Drake London, they were probably a little bit more hurt than I think that they were letting on. And because early in the game, we were like, oh, Drake London must just be, straight up a decoy.
Yeah.
Like, and he ended up salvaging it. He got 3 catches for 49, which I feel like all of them came in the second half.
No, he had the one in the first half with the fumble.
Yes, you're right. And that was actually the big one, but he did fumble.
Yeah. Because we were in field goal range.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's okay. Again, we win the game.
And it was a solid punch out. It was a good defensive play. He wasn't careless with the ball.
And it's a linebacker.
Yeah, linebacker right there. Good hard punch on the football. You hate to see it, but if you're an objective football fan, it's like, good play defense.
Yeah, and that's all we can say. But obviously, defense balled out, special teams balled out. It's the most complete Falcons win that I have seen. Because I don't want to even count like certain games. I think that just in terms of the last time that the Falcons were on the road on prime time and held somebody to 6 points, I couldn't tell you. And but I'm just off the top of my head, the only thing I could think of remotely close was us maybe at home on Monday night against Peyton Manning and the Broncos. It was Peyton Manning's first road game as the Denver Bronco, and we picked him off 3 times in the first quarter. But like outside of that, I can't recall. It's been a long time. So it just feels good to finally be able to, I don't know, see a dominant defensive performance and for us to be able to possibly have a new nickname like Sack Atlanta. It's exciting. I picked them up in fantasy, obviously. I'm sure everybody saw that. But
and Sack Atlanta's so fitting because, City of Atlanta talks about getting a sack. You're talking about money.
Yeah.
Talk about other people in Atlanta who like to get the sack,
Yes.
Kung Fu Kenny.
It works a lot of different ways.
Yeah. It's very fitting to the city.
Yeah.
What did you take away from JJ McCarthy? One of my bigger takeaways was, and going back to Brick, I was worried about what was going to happen in the second half with Jay Jettas after AJ Terrell got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And again, going back to the concern with the field goals and Zach Robinson, when you got Justin Jefferson on the other side, he can go for 5, 180 and 2 tubs, and he'll have 3 in the 2 tubs in the second half. You know what I mean? So you're fearful of that, especially when you lose your top corner. That's why you want to get 6 instead of 3. But he was pretty much a non-factor. He had the big catch in the second at the end of the first half to set up the field goal, and 2 other catches. I think he was like 3 for 66 or something like that. But
man,
they weren't close.
I just remember them getting off that damn field almost every time. I mean, it felt like every time I looked up, we were getting them off the field. We were putting JJ on his ass. It was dominance. Like, I mean, anyone that watched that game, I know I would get on Twitter a little bit and see people were like, man, this game is boring.
Yeah.
And it was like the complete opposite for me. Like, maybe it's because it's our team, right? So maybe there's the subjectiveness there, but like
3 for 81 on Jettas, my bad.
I mean, yeah, but gosh, he got like 50. It felt like 40 something on that play. Like,
yeah.
I just, man,
But about the
And let me
quarterback,
tell you
what about
too,
the quarterback?
and let me tell you too, especially being at a sports book for it,
Uh-huh.
the way that those people in there was a group of guys on the end that they clearly they had money on the Falcons, obviously. But I had my gear on.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a lot of people that were just groaning every time. Like every time JJ's getting put on his ass or it's 3 and out or whatever, just a lot of grunting, a lot of grown men that just seemed unsettled because they look like they put their mortgage on JJ McCarthy to win a football game after he just showed you for 3 quarters, like, God, this guy's kind of rough, you know? And then he does have that fourth quarter, but I think that's more indicative of the Bears, which we'll get to them once we go around the league. But yeah, man,